Greetings, Wastelanders, and welcome to the next episode of We Got Glass. Yeah, so in the last episode I was working on some pipage here, and I kept asking, where are my pipes with the sprinkler heads, faucet heads, and so Reese said, you gotta go into the greenhouse menu, and yeah, I don't have any of that. You got walls, you got more walls, and I got roofs. I got no pipes. The only pipes I've ever found were down here in my pipe sections. I still don't have any sprinkler heads or anything that like sprays water. I mean, I got like a pipe valve, but still nothing that sprays out water. Yeah, so I don't know what we were talking about. I looked all through everything as far as I can remember. Unless you were talking about in here, but I didn't really see anything that had to do with pipes, so I didn't really go through all of that. Do have chicken coop. We decided we want to plant some chickens. And yes, I said plant some chickens. It was not a mistake. And I did have a request for a twactor. And we're going to put one in here at some point somewhere. I think the official request was for a tractor with a garden gnome driving it. Which, that's kind of silly. So that's why we're going to do it. But it's not right this second. Maybe we'll park this bad boy like over here in the corner. Maybe we'll build a shed. Some sort of barn to house that kind of thing. And something along those lines. I don't know. I'm a little upset that I didn't find any pipes. So, not that I'm angry at anybody or anything. Sorry, just clearing my throat there. So, I am going to make a little change on this. The glass looks pretty cool, but it feels kind of empty, And, of course, that's not going to snap. Let's see if we can do some hacking here. There we go. I want to see if I can overlap these guys. Nice! Yeah, I want to do something like that. Just because it then shows that like there is some glass, there is something. Because from a distance, you really can't tell that there's anything there. But now you can. So we're going to go ahead and do a little connecty here. Put all these back. Upwards too. Just to give this a little more oomph, Come on, get in there. There we go. Yeah, that looks so much better. It actually, because from this one, especially this one's a little further away and has more stuff in the way, like it just doesn't look right. At least not to me anyway. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the same for the front. I might, just to keep things a little consistent, So for the meantime, we'll just go ahead. With the exception of that one. That one, I think, is going to remain the same, because I think if I put that in there, it's just going to look really weird. That there. Yeah. Nah, I think we'll take that one out. That one can stay, because that one's a little different. Alright. Now, for the front here. That guy there. That guy there. You know what? I like it. So let's continue. We'll put that there. And that there. And put you back there. Excelente. Yeah, that looks so much better. Cool. And now, if I'm gonna build some sort of barn type thing, or something, like some sort of barn slash greenhouse, do I really need the dirt? So I don't know. So we'll come back to that. In the meantime, I think I'm just going to keep the pipes things that I've done because I've already done so much of it. Let's go back into here, get some pipes, and let's just finish putting the pipes in. There we go. Utility conduit pipe. Oh wait, is this? No. Is this from? Oh yeah, no. Okay, sorry, wrong one. This is actually from Woody's Wasteland. We want plumbing and pipage. There we go. Nice. I'm just gonna pipe it up. And I don't know, we'll take it all the way to the end for now while I try to figure out what my plan be. Nice. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're on Xbox or PC, Reese. So, I mean, if you're on like Xbox or something, you might have some different assets than I do. Which is usually the opposite, that PC gets more than console. It's not a guarantee, but you know. Okay. Yeah. Just want to run him straight into the wall? Maybe? Maybe we got plumbing going behind the wall that recycles the water. Or I can round them all off and cap. You know what? I'm going to round them all off and cap them, because. Or connect them. Because that's going to look cooler. So, I want. Order. Yes, perfect. These bad boys in. And I guess I'm not going to build a barn. I'm just going to randomly leave the tractor like right where it is. Why not? Alright. We need... Yeah. That guy. That guy. Perfect. And we need a T-joint. One of them. There we go. Nope. 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 Try again. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Now. We need... that. Excellent. Oh no! What happened? How did they misalign? What the fudgicles? It's not cool. Turn around. Alright, we got a problem here. Something's not connected right. These aligned? Yeah, they're aligned, okay. Yeah, something went wrong somewhere. We'll just work our way this way. These should all be equal. Oh, there was the problem. Those are overlapping. Okay. Crises averted. Alright, let's go ahead and do a quick save. By that I mean we're going to save very fast. And yeah, we'll just do a new one. I've probably got like 10 billion saves in my thing by now. Now, there aren't any hangers here right now. Oh, I never put the valve in here. Whoops. Alright, well let's get rid of that guy. And let's put there. That there. Perfecto. Now we need right. Oh, jeez. Oh no. How did I do that one today? Yeah, 2 short ones. Oh. Okay. Oh, my pipe is in the... Okay, yeah, I see what I did. Don't mind me. There we go. We are identical. Now, do I want a third one? Do I want to torture myself that much? I could put a third one and interject it right here. That'd be a heck of a lot of water. We're up to 129 for only 17 people. We'll think about that. While I do some hangers. Where did I get this from? The warehouse extended, I believe. So we'll go back to that one in here. And here? Nope, not those. Conduit. There's pipe. Seep duct. No, I think I just went right past it. I think it was part of the conduit, right? No. Really? It wasn't part of this thing? I wish I could use these. But then again, they're not even the right size. Connectors. Just literally saw the darn things. We have different pipe sections. Nope. Really? Not part of any of this? Apartment. Oh, it's in here, I think. No. I thought it was. Where'd that go? Oh, wait, yeah, it's it's the cow. Okay, sorry. Brain fart. Okay, we need, yeah, something like these dudes. Which ones were I using? These. Okay. So I'm just gonna randomly place them, like space them out, and then come back and actually like align them with the pipes, I mean, so that they sit where they're supposed to sit. And another one here, 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 aw, and aw, like aw. Excellent. All right, let's get you going. Nice. This is actually a lot harder than it might look. These things don't really move the way you want them to. So placing them is kind of a pain in the patootie. Plus, actually, can I grid these? No, I cannot. Okay, never mind. I was hoping I can maybe do some grid snapping to keep these straight, but it doesn't seem to work that way. And then trying to keep these all like in line with each other. It's gonna be a heck of a duper. Jeez. Alright. So let's just do that. Get this guy right about there. I am not going to be able to make these perfect, so I apologize to anybody who was like, that one's slightly misaligned. My brain is broken. I apologize. This is just... I don't have the ability to... Oh, maybe I do. I'm looking at the spacing here. I mean, honestly, it's not too bad. But again, like, it's not going to be perfect, so... And I don't want to spend forever doing this because I have done that before. Not really on stuff that I do like this. This is... I will... What's the spacing on that? That's fine. On the builds that I do off-screen, where I just do the settlement tours, I agonize over keeping things aligned and perfectly straight, and to the point where I've wasted hours trying to make one thing that nobody's ever going to see look just perfect. Just because that's the way I am. I don't know. Like, I know it's there, I know it's going to be like that. But just on, I guess maybe on the off chance that somebody might catch it and see it and be like, oh my god! Like, my brain just won't let me not do it. But, because I don't want to waste that much time, we're just going to pop these bad boys in as best we can. Just to get the look. Sorry, that was deep in thought as I was trying to get it on there. But yeah, it's more importantly about the look right now than, you know, from a distance anyway, than anything. That's close enough. So, like I said, I'm not gonna agonize to make these perfect. We'll get them in the ballpark. Some hot dogs. Turkey dogs if you don't like hot dogs. Or veggie dogs if you're weird. Just kidding. I don't care what you eat. Just don't eat me. I am not Soylent Green. Okay. Oh, jeez, we're not even close on that. I'm stuck on the railing. I know I got a ball on my face. Now I'm starting to get too many objects, and we still have to do the lighting. Where am I? There am I. Oh. See what I mean? Like, these things can be... You gotta be like just the perfect angle to move them the way you want them. Nice. Okay. That's one side. Probably a good idea to save. It does look really cool though. It does add some realism to it. We can overwrite that one. And then I gotta figure out the lighting. I think the lighting maybe we'll kind of cheat and we'll go like from one pipe to another to help hang the lighting. We'll get some double use out of these pipes. So, you know, we're gonna do our grow lights. Okay. Nah. Need some more hangers. Okay. And I'm stuck there. Alright, we were using these guys. So we need something roughly there. There. Have a gun. There. We'll come all the way to the end. You know what? We're gonna put these this way. Should we? Or should we just continue? Yeah, we'll just do that because that's probably gonna bug somebody with the two on there. 2 or 3 on the end aren't the same. I'm already probably killing a bunch of people with not making these all perfect, so I'll do what I can to ease your pain. Now I'll stick with my reading. We'll check the spacing to see if these look like they're spaced evenly across. Not bad. Alright. There's another 10 minutes of adjusting hangers. I really wish they'd just like snap to the pipes like they did to what they're made for, the catwalks there. What? This is life. Life is pain. I suffer for my art. You want to call this art? I don't know. I'm just talking crazy duck. What? Get up there. There we go. Alright, so the tractor, I'm probably just going to end up leaving it, like I said, right where it is. We'll give it the garden gnome. Maybe we'll see if we can have a little fun with that gnome, too. Set him up with some sort of prop. Maybe I'll give him a hat or something. I don't remember if you requested anything other than tractor and garden gnome. But I don't always fully listen anyway. I tend to go off the rails and my own little twist on requests. Which, by the way, if you want to make requests, that's fine. I don't ever hate requests, even if you make like 10,000 of them. It's perfectly fine with me. In fact, I'm happy to see them and happy to oblige, because that means that you guys are in fact enjoying this and engaging and want to see some fun shenanigans. So, by all means, whether it's requests for props, rooms, buildings, locations, whatever. Nice. So, don't ever fret. Spoony will not yell. Unless you try to take away my Reese's Pieces, peanut butter cups, then I'm gonna have to get stabby. That is my all-time favorite candy. Which I really shouldn't be eating, but whatever. When do I listen? Okay. So close to getting these done. Of course, probably could have just put like 1 or 2, but, you know, safety first. I don't want OSHA to shut us down. Okay, come on. There we go. Good. And then, yeah, we're going to add some light fixtures, and then get the UV grow lights going. And, of course, got to put some plants in, because we don't have any plants yet. That'll give the person that was assigned to gardening something to do. Actually, probably... Well, not that any of them are going to be down here, so we could probably assign... Oh, crap. Way off. A bunch of them to this, but they will never come down this way. Although, actually, the person that did do the gardening was actually down here, so I do have to say that. So, who knows? Alrighty. Look at that. Nice. Okay. I'm going to do another save. And I think I'm going to do the crops last, because they're probably going to get in my way when I go to hang lights and stuff. And I also want to put some sort of wall or fencing around these. The dirt here. Of course, it's going to be really hard. Let's see. I don't know what kind of fencing. I don't know if I want to, like, continue on with something like that. Let's play. Let's go into SOE, into the glass, into the miscellaneous. And, of course, they're not going to snap, so we're just going to have to do something like that. Put that back down. And, of course, yeah, we'll leave some sections open so they can get in and out. And for the tractor, did you? So let's just do you. Now, here comes the problem. Besides this being really tall now, let's shrink that down. It's like this is kind of the look I want. What? Look at the gap. Though I have to admit, like that actually does look really cool. Oh, I know what to do. Okay, hang on. Get rid of that. Use. Yeah. Take that out. That there. That there. And that should give us the gap that we need there. The only problem is... Keep that. About that. Yeah. Is... We're going to have to do a half floor. So, they're half glass floors? Should be. Nice. Put that there. Alright, take that one out, put that one there. Oh, really? You're gonna fault me on that? It's because this is here? Try that. Seriously? Okay, we're gonna have to do this the long, hard way. Let's put that there. Let me think about how I want to place, actually. I should have taken that one out. But I can work with that. Okay. So we'll put glass there and there. Which should allow us to do that. And then that. Nice. We can take that. Put that back there. Yeah, back on. Where's my other guy? Did I actually delete one of them? What a dummy! What did I do that for? I don't know. Now let's see if we can get these perfect. Connect all to each other. Oh no! It's not quite gonna fit. Let's play around with it so we do make this fit. How much? Okay, we can. Oh, cheese and crackers. Alright, so our cave exploration will have to maybe close this off or something. One way it's just too much, one way it's too little. I really don't want to... Yeah, okay, hang on. Let's put this guy back here, but let's make this a little lower. It's back over here. That work, more or less. Okay. Whoops. Or that way. Let's try that. Almost. Just like that. Over like that. Oh, cheese and crackers. That's like so close to what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Let's see, how much over, jeez, let's not get, just move this back over this way, okay. Bring that roughly boot there. Alright, I think we're gonna do that. So, we're gonna have to realign all of our dirt. Pain, but not the end of the world. Okay. First things first, though, we'll put all of the fencing over. There we go. That way we can stay within the waters. Okay. Want big guy. What's going on? There we go. Just slice through there. Oh no! Is that gonna mess with my Border piping? Not really. Close enough. Okay. Let's get that down. That one just a smidgen too much. Do it this way. I'm back to using my non-Xbox controller. That is pretty good, but when it comes to trying to be like precise, not so much. There we go. Turn off our highlighting so we can actually see this a little better. Yeah, some of the controls are just a little too sensitive or twitchy, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so now we need our highlighting back on real quick. Alright, we want to go that way. So, pick that guy up. Put a half one here now. Perfect. Put that back down. And then put the big ones here. There we go. One there. One there. And then back this guy over here. First, gotta get inside. Cool. Now that looks instituty to me. I just wish they had the gates for these fences, etc. Walls, whatever you want to call them. What are they? Railings, yeah. Balcony railings. But unfortunately they don't. Alright, floors. We need that one. There we go. Now we gotta do the same thing here, but we'll just cheat. Continue on from here. Oh, we're going glass. We'll just boom. We'll take that guy out. Put that one back. No. There we go. And loop. Loop. And loop. Excellent. And then that one up. That there. Perfecto. And that's going to be a shorty. That's going to be a longie. For now. Come on. Nope, nope, nope. Really? There we go. Rah! Stuck again. Got so much stuff in the way. And so, yeah, we're going to have that bleeding through too. I'll have to see if I can do something to hide it. You know what? I can hide that with some rocks. We want to be out there looking at like the cave rock stuff anyway. Oh jeez. So I will just put a bunch of rocks in the way and do something. We'll build something to hide all that. That. Don't care too much if these things aren't perfectly aligned. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't know if I can ever even perfectly align them anyway. So, I'm not too worried about it. Alright. Now. I wonder. First, let's see. Been a while. Gotta be careful. Let's see. I'll probably actually cut it off at some point, so we don't have to worry about taking care of all of that. But we're gonna first go into Kraggles. Maybe we can, oops, use some floor texture like that. That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, we'll just pop a bunch of these in place for now. Perfect. And then try to cover some of that up with some stuff. Let's see. Let's go back to that. I want something like that. Same thing. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Oh, quick. I want you to face let's take that guy out. Nope, 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 nope. Won't go the way I want. Alright, so we're gonna have to Manuel it. Like that. Plop that guy in, and then we'll turn the snapping back on. Do something like that. There we go. It looks more natural. First, that one do what I want it to do. Put it there. Turn our snapping off. And we'll just try to cover that as best we can. Turn it back on. Go for a different one this time. Really? Okay. There we go. That's probably about as far as I need to go anyway. And then we'll go back into the regular flatty ones and just throw those in on top of them. Actually, it looks a lot like lava flow, which is pretty cool. And then we can throw some actual rocks in here. I think miscellaneous. Alright, not in here. Yeah, whatever. You can get it from USO Decorations, Nature, Rockies. If I have anything that matches that exact texture. Not that it really matters too much, but especially if I'm gonna like build like a wall here or something. I don't want to even bother doing that. Wait. Nope, maybe not. Let's go. Let's go. Where do I want to go? I think maybe CBC has some rocks too. Deadlands, trees, rocks. There might be some kind of like that. Bigger guys. There we go. Let's get rid of these. Put something like this in place. Out here. Better be careful not to go through that wall too. We don't want to see that. Yeah, just like that. Or is that the other thing? I don't care too much about that a little bit, but you get the idea. Cheese and crackers. They're hiding behind you. Right, let's do it that way. Really? Okay. Whoa. And then we'll make this look like a landslide. That'd be kind of cool. Just throw something like there. Rotate this bad boy like that. Just put that like that. Look at this. It's like a jigsaw puzzle fitting together almost perfectly. Love it. Yeah, we'll just stick with this one. When you're doing something like this, make sure you constantly rotate it around so that it looks as random as possible. I actually probably should build back a little bit. Put maybe 1, 2. So now like that. Gotta give it like a little bit of a slope, otherwise it just doesn't look right. There we go. That's starting to slope. You come on in here and like, oh my god, look at all the rocks! And over here, ooh, do a different one. That one's pretty darn tall. Let's work that guy a little bit like, maybe. Or just a smidgen. His friend like right here. Yeah. Stick it through. Oh, really? Nice. Alright, so we got a little thing here. I wonder if I can do something. I don't know. I gotta think about that, about what kind of experiment they're doing in here. The person who requested it, if you want to, I don't know, give me something specific about what you want to see in my little mini cave there, please let me know. And we will do that. Oh, jeez, look at that. Stick it through. Work it. There we go. Alright, now, we need some crops. Let's get our thing going on for a save. Gotta be careful. And then we're gonna start putting some plants in place. I am going to use, I think, USO resources. Yeah, let's plant some carrots first. Why not? Loved carrots when I was a little kid. I still like them. My thing would be, when I was like really young, we would watch Price is Right, and my mom would give me a whole carrot all to myself to eat as my snack. Good times, good times. Now, do I want to space these out, or do I want to grow in between? You know what, the heck with it. We'll stay with the lumps. That way it looks a little more natural, and we don't, you know, crowd this up too much. Nice. Okay. You know what? Let's do some more carrots. These only create half a food, so let's just put a whole bunch of them in place. I don't care too much if they're all perfectly aligned. We're just gonna space them out, drop them in place. Up to about there. Alright, we got carrots. I am definitely gonna be doing corn because they're huge. Now make sure too, this is one of those things that I always rotate them around. I mean, yeah, you do have like some different looking ones, but you take the same one or the same few and just constantly rotate them, they look different. So it's not so cookie cutter. That's amazing. You get that joke? Kudos to you. You don't get a dictionary, encyclopedia, something. Back to school. Talk to a nerdy kid. Actually, yeah, talk to nerdy kids. They're awesome. They can sometimes tell you like the coolest freaking things. Look at that. All right. We want to get Gordy. Oops. Oh. Yeah, why not? We'll rotate these around. Get some something. I'm just going to do a few of these though, because I don't want to do a whole entire pumpkin patch. Okay. We can do some melons. I tried growing watermelon once. I got okay results. I followed this thing that says, you know, when you're growing that kind of stuff, to, you know, stick with the small ground stuff. And we'll do pumpkins again. It's best, at least where I live anyway, up in New England, to once you're growing them and you get your first flower that starts to turn into a watermelon, to clip all the rest of them off. So that way the plant can focus all of its energy into that one, so you can at least get one really good watermelon. And my watermelon only about as big as maybe somewhere between about smaller than a volleyball, I would say. It wasn't that big, and not a lot of it turned red. But then again, I'm not really in optimal growing location for something like a watermelon, so you know, it is what it is. I tried it. I still have all the seeds. I managed to harvest those out and give them out to some people that I know to see if they have better luck. And I don't know if anybody ever actually managed to get anything to grow or not. Alright. Down to our last patch. What else we got? No. Don't have a pool for that. Yeah, big gourds. Fungus, hub flowers, wild corn. Oh, I never did mut fruit. Mut fruit. I love mut fruit. These things are so cool looking. And yes, I know they're mute fruit. We had a whole big debate about this several videos ago as to whether it was mute fruit or mut fruit. For the longest time, I thought it was mut fruit until I heard somebody in a video call it mute fruit, and I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense than mut fruit. But I call it mut fruit because I like that name. As you've seen from my videos, I pronounce things weirdly quite often. Oh, what are you doing up there, you fudgicle? Get down. Because I have my surface snapping turned on. Make planting these things a little easier. Now, tractor. Maybe I should leave most of this empty. Maybe this is... Maybe I will do some sort of... Cheese and crackers. Something. But for now, we've got lots of fruit. We just don't have people to... Food, I should say. But not a lot of people. And the tractor doesn't really serve a purpose other than fulfilling a request. Let's see. Oh, geez. Now, where are the gnomes? I see them all the time, and no, I don't remember where they are. Well, probably themes, gardening, maybe. A gnome out here. Really? That's surprising. I don't know. I'll worry about that in the next video. I'll get a gnome in there. Don't worry. Alright, so now, when I mentioned before about doing the lighting, let's take out all of the artificial lighting here. Except for in here. We'll keep that one. Actually, I'm probably going to move this one in here. And let's get rid of this one. Nice. Okay. So yes, we'll keep those. And get rid of this one. It's got too much bleed through. Nice. This is what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I forgot about put those up there. And there must be one right up here. Seeing the light from it. But I don't see the darn thing. Where are you? Oh, right in front of me. Cool. And must be, yes, a light source right there. I'm going to take that one out. Perfect. And then, as a last touch, until I put the actual light bulbs in, I'm just going to show you my grow light effect, I should say. So we're going to go into non-shadow omni, and I guess we'll try medium. Perfect. And we want like the purple lights. Not the red or any other color, but the purple. Maybe we'll go to small bright. No, that's surface snap dummy. Yeah. No, we need, okay, maybe medium dim. That's probably better. There we go. Then we're going to position these every once in a while. And yes, that's purple. So now we have grow lights. That's going to be the color of the grow light color. And we're just going to boop, boop, boop. Doesn't matter if it's in the corn or not. Actually, we probably... Oh, jeez. Oh, no! It's stuck in the corn. Really? 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 Okay. Well, it's staying there now. I didn't mean to do that, but apparently it's just stuck in the corn. Stuck with the children of the corn. Anyway, we'll just put a few up here. I wanted to keep them kind of high up just in case they... actually, I don't think that's a problem. Never mind. Yes, and then we'll do down here. I'm going to say so the NPCs don't bump into them, but I don't recall that being a problem. Not with SOE. I had that problem with CVA, because CVA also has like some color lights you can put in place. But, oh geez, those lights up there are really going to... Alright, so we're going to have to put some different lighting up there. Yeah, CVA would give you stuff that like you'd actually bump into, and that was not cool. But these actually like do disappear in every way once you exit the menu, and you can fly right through them when you're in the menu, so you get the idea. I don't care too much about placement. I'm just trying to get the light. You might have seen me do this effect before. I think I did it at my very first Let's Build video. Boom. Or not so much the video, but location. The series that kicked this whole thing off. And we did a warehouse and had some planters in it like that, and that was what we had going on. Then all I gotta do is just put some lights in to kind of create that look. And alright, we're gonna come in here. We're gonna take those lights out, and I'm gonna see if I can just put like some actual lighting in here. So I definitely don't want this to look like this in here. So let's see, lights. Some more lights. What do we got? Yeah, maybe we don't want a whole ton of light up here because we want to keep things. We don't want it to interfere with. Where'd that come from? Did I just put, oh, that's the one I just put in here, I think. Okay. Alright, anyway. What else we got? Anyway, yeah, I don't want it to interfere too much with the light that we got going on down in there. No, maybe we'll use some track light. Something like that. Let's see how that ends up working. Really, like I said, I don't want to have too much bleed through down below. So, bad, not bad. Hopefully, not too much down below. Here. One in the center. I don't really care at the moment if these are perfect. I just want to get that lit up and then come down here. Nice! That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so let's back this up over here. Again, I don't really care too much if these are perfect, just because I'm trying to speed through some of this. Oh, this one like way over here. So it's the end of the video, and I gotta get going. Got stuff to do. Here. Here. That one there. One there. Yeah. There. I guess yeah, we could use some more over here too. Light from each direction. I know we're getting bleed through up this way, but you know, there's only so much you can do. Plus, you know, you gotta look at it like the lights are super strong, so that we get maximum growth. But how cool is that? Let's take a look at this. Bam! There's the glory shot right there. That's gonna be the thumbnail for this episode, which of course you've seen, you know, since you clicked on it. Oh, you can't interact with those. Yeah! Look at this. How cool is that? I do notice, though, that we do need some lighting up here. So we'll take care of that in the next episode. Like I said, we've been going on for a while. And that'll give us something to do in the next episode. We'll finish off this room with some lighting up there. And then we're on to the security thing. And we're actually getting pretty darn close to finishing this off. We got the security room to finish here. Minor security office up front. And then some decorations in the main big room that we first started in. I'm gonna fix up that a little bit more like I've been promising, and then that's it. I haven't decided if I'm gonna connect to this or not. We'll figure that out once we start building this wing, but yeah, we're getting pretty close to the end of this. Next up will be the Starlight Drive-In Mad Max theme. That was a request a while ago. Would have done it sooner, but we've been building this darn thing for nearly 50 videos. The Mad Max thing won't be quite as long. And then after that, I had a request for building a resort on Spectacle Island. And then from that, there are no requests. I have not received any. Like I said, if you want to make one, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead. But I'm not going to be doing any of these big, giant settlements anymore. I'm going to try and keep them a bit on the smaller side, just so that we can get more content in and try to keep things moving a little bit faster paced. And I know some people don't like these big things and they just want to see like something done real quick and whatnot. So yeah, as we start to get into it, we'll discuss it as we're going along and come up with some really cool stuff. I got some good ideas coming. So, alrighty. Having gibberished for quite a while, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.